Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Hello, Johnny here. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake reviews. Not if the movie's good, shake if it's not so good. Either way, you check it out because you might find your new favorite movie. This July, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got Tribeca stuff. We got Black Widows next week. We got all the theater stuff. There's a lot of stuff on demand. There's Fear Street 1, 2, and 3. So if you haven't yet, this is definitely the time to subscribe. Wait. I'm done waiting. Boom. You're subscribed. Thank you for tuning in. Nod or Shake reviews. Let's get to the review. In honor of this movie, I'm wearing my Friday the 13th hat. Boom. Yeah. Because the movie is Fear Street Part 1, 1994. I don't know if that's the official title, but that's what I'm going with. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm just going to give it one shake. One singular shake. Because I didn't completely hate it, but I didn't really like it either. So maybe on a few rewatches, I'll appreciate it more. You know when people say it's fine about something and 90% of the chance it's not really fine? That's kind of how I felt about this movie. If somebody who didn't know Nod or Shake asked, "Oh, how's this movie?" I would say it's fine. And I'm gonna break it down a little bit. Let's talk about the good stuff. The good stuff was, I like the story. It's a good idea. And I'm definitely intrigued to see the other two. And maybe if the other two blow me away, this one will make it all the better. This is a very weird thing to say, but some of the kills were very cool. You know, they had some cool ideas. Let's talk about the bad. The bad thing was, and I hate talking about writing, but some of the writing was just kind of like, eh. Some of the characters, there were some good characters, but a lot of the characters, eh. And the thing that is like kind of starting to bother me now with things that are coming out is I feel like they don't have total faith in their story, so they set it at an earlier timeline so everyone gets nostalgic. So, because Stranger Things was such a huge success, but to me, the bigger part of Stranger Things is it's a good story. Yeah, you get nostalgic about, all the things in the 80s, whatever. But this could have been set in 2021 or 2020. To me, there was no reason for it to be set in 1994. I just felt like they did that so they can just rub it in your face and people are going, "Oh man, I'm so nostalgic. I like that song." I mean, Scream takes place in the 90s, but I just feel like, I don't know, that... they don't rub it in your face that it takes place in the 90s. There's one part where they're being attacked by a serial killer and someone just grabs a phone book. I'm like, I don't know, man. Another thing that, and I've had this with a lot of movies recently, is a lot of people say what this movie did was it pays homage to previous slasher movies. And I'm like, some of it is just straight ripping off. When you have somebody who has a bag over their head and they're known for killing kids at summer camp, that's not homaging. You're just straight up taking from another intellectual property and calling it your own. To me, a movie that did perfect homage is Cabin in the Woods. They had their own story, they did their own thing, but here and there they had the Hellraiser character, or a character that was definitely somebody else, but they're not saying who, so they don't get sued. But if you're a fan of the movie, you'll know what it is. That's homaging. When you have a character, because their own central creation was a dude in a mask and a skull mask. It's not the most creative thing in the world, so it does pay homages to slashers in the way that there's a guy with a weapon chasing after teenagers, and killing them one by one is there's a lot of togetherness in this movie. I'm just ranting at this point, but at the end of the day, again, one singular shake. I'm excited to see the other ones. So again, one singular shake, and maybe, hopefully by the end of the trilogy, I'll appreciate the first one a lot more. Alrighty, there was my long-winded review that probably makes no sense, and you're probably confused whether or not you should see this movie or not. But hey, See it yourself because it might be your new favorite movie. Alrighty, thanks for cringing. I'll see you probably in 2 hours. Alrighty, bye.
Thanks for cringing.